Good morning, grade threes, and welcome to coding, our second day of term 3. It is very, very cold here by me. I hope all of you are nice and warm where you are sitting. I'm in the Western Cape, so yes, it's very, very cold here today. I'm hoping the sun will shine a little bit later. All right, guys, we are still busy with programming with Angry Birds. My name is Mrs. de Klerk, and I am your coding teacher. Right, we are still busy with lesson 2. And today we are going to do puzzle 7, 8, and 9. So I'm only going to give you the link later so that we can join. But I'll just explain something about that because the version of code.org changed. But I'll explain later after we finished the slideshow. Right, now today, I just want to give a big shout out to Naiko. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. I'll hear from you later, but well done on handing or sending me your coding. I asked you guys yesterday if you could code something and if you can send a screenshot to my email. At the end of this lesson, I'm also going to give you my email address again. So if you want to send me something, you are more than welcome. But very big shout out to you for doing your work and sending it to me. Very proud of you. Okay, today we are going to practice on this map using a little bit of commands like move forward, turn left, turn right. So I'm going to show you what I want you to do. I want you to go from the mermaid, where you see the red dot there. Let me just change my mouse so that all of you can see it. There we go. The first red dot is on the mermaid. Now I want the mermaid to move, or I want you to code the road to the big bug, from the big bug on the big snake, and then from the big snake to the treasure. Right, so I want you guys to use coding language like she is facing this way, okay? So you have to say move forward and then how many times. And then when she's here, she has to turn. So you have to tell her which way to turn, okay? So let's quickly see. Any of you, you can type in your chat box if you want, or raise your hand, then I will unmute you and you can tell me what is the first code that we will tell this mermaid. Cheval, you raised your hand. Let me just quickly unmute you here. Cheval, is that your name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the first step on this map? What will we say?
I think she must move forward.
Very, very good. You are right. How many steps does she need to move forward?
1, 2, 2.
If she moves forward 2, she's going to end up 1, 2 here. But she has
I
to
mean
answer one more. Okay.
3.
Yes. Did you mean 3? Fantastic. So you say 1, 2, 3, and you are right. So the code was simply move forward 3 times. Thank you, Cheval, for that. Right, now I want someone else to tell me where do we go from here? Because remember now the mermaid has to turn. But you, this one is the difficult part because you are facing the map. So if you, and she is facing you. So if you say right, it's not going to be her right hand. So if you want her to turn to your right, you have to say left because she is facing you. I hope you understand. I will show you a picture tomorrow of what I mean. Because remember, you have to say turn to her side, her left side, okay? So who can tell me what the next step will be? You can raise your hand and I will unmute you, or you can type in your chat box. So first we said move forward 3 steps. Now we have to say, what do we have to say now? Who can tell me? Cheval's hand is raised again. Is Cheval the only one who's going to answer today? I want you guys to try, okay? Chevelle, can you answer me again? Are you there? Yes?
Ma'am, I think it's a mistake. I forgot to remove my hand.
Oh, okay. That's
There are
fine.
others in the chat that are saying me, ma'am.
Oh, I don't see. Let me see in the chat quickly. Lutando. Let me see if I can unmute you, Lutando. Okay. See if you can unmute yourself from your side, Lutando. Okay, you're unmuted.
Hello.
Okay, hi. Can you tell me what do we need to do now that we are here on the bug? What's our next step?
Our next step is to move east 3 times.
Yes, you are going to move east 3 times, but the platform that we are using do not use the words east at the moment. So you will see on the Angry Birds, you are perfectly right when you say that, but on the Angry Birds one, it uses move forward or turn left and turn right. So we are going to use those coding words here. So instead of saying move east 3 times, the mermaid has to turn. So we are going to say turn which way, left or right?
Right.
Okay, she's turning our right. So you are right when you say that, but because the mermaid is facing you, she has to turn to her left. Okay, so we are going to say turn left, not right. Even though it's our right, it's the mermaid's left. I'll show you later on the program what I mean. But you have absolutely the right idea. So let's do what you said. And you said how many steps?
3
3,
times.
right? You are right. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Can someone else tell me now? Now the mermaid is facing east. So she needs to turn again. So which way does she need to turn? Left or right? Who knows? I know this is the hard part when it comes to left and right because you are not facing the same way as her. Homotsot, you raised your hand. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, fine. Which way does she need to turn now, the mermaid?
The right.
She needs to turn right. You are right. And then how many steps does she need to move forward?
3 times.
Absolutely right. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3. Well done. And there you guys just did the coding. Do you see how easy it is? So remember, instead of using east, west, north, and south, sometimes on the platform, it wants you to use other words like turn left, turn right, and move forward. Like on the Angry Birds one, it will use those. So what you just did is you told the mermaid, move forward 3 steps, turn left. Remember, it's the mermaid's left. Okay, so it's that way. It's not our left. Move left or turn left, move forward 3 steps, then turn right, and then move forward 3 steps. So that was the coding. Very, very well done. Okay, now this is puzzle 7. Yesterday, we finished with puzzle 5, and then puzzle 6 will be a video that I cannot show you right now. Puzzle 7 looks like this. So I just wrote down a few things that you guys need to remember when solving this puzzle. This is also an easy one, but it is very good practice for you to get the basics right. Now you can see that there are 2 ways that you can solve this puzzle. Remember yesterday I told you all you and your friends' coding will not always look exactly the same. There are different ways or different paths you can take. As long as you get to the end or to your end result, it doesn't matter which way you get there. Okay, and remember on this platform, if you make a mistake, it's not a problem. You can just go back and start over, or you can go step by step and just see where you went wrong. Okay, and you cannot break the platform. So if you land on a TNT box, that's fine too. Your bird's going to blow up, but you can start over again. Right, the next step, I want you to follow with your finger from the bird to the pig. So if you can take your finger and put it on the bird, then you have to tell me, or you don't have to tell me, but just like draw a line with your finger to see which steps you will take. That there I put a red arrow for you on there to show you what I mean. So you know now that you will either use that way, or the other way that you can use is if you go underneath. So you can either go over the blocks or you can go under the blocks. It doesn't matter. Okay, now remember what I said when we did the pirate puzzle just now. You have to turn first, because do you see that that angry bird is facing the wall? So if you tell this bird now to move forward, and we can test it, or you can test it just now when we go to the platform, it will go into the wall. So you have to tell it to turn. Okay, so you have to see which side is the bird's right and which side is its left. So in this picture that you are seeing, if you follow the red arrow that I put in there, you will tell the bird to turn left and then to move forward. And then the next step will be to turn right. Do you see? The whole time you have to first give it an action so that it faces the right way before you tell it to move. Otherwise, if it just moves, it's going to move into these blocks. Okay. Now this is what puzzle 8 looks like. This is the road then that you will take. So I'm not going to give you the codes here or the coding or tell you to answer me, but I just want you to see the road that the angry bird will take. Okay, I see some of you raised your hands. Let me just quickly hear. Humotso, you wanted to ask a question. I'm unmuting you. You can unmute from your side. Not? Okay, Tuba, you raised your hands as well.
It's a mistake.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Tuba, is it you speaking now? Tuba, do you want to ask something? I see you are speaking, but I can't hear you. I can see your microphone go up and down, but there is no sound on my side. So I think maybe you joined without your audio. I can hear the rest of you. Sorry, Tuba, I cannot hear you at all. Maybe you should try to type your question for me in the chat box. Sorry, Tuba. Okay. So you guys see the path that we will be taking to get to the pig, right? Now we will also be doing puzzle 9 today. And do you see what I wrote there? Do not be afraid to make mistakes. That is perfectly okay. If you end up on the TNT box and your bird blows up, we'll just have a good laugh and we start over. We just reset. So in this game, it's not an exam. I'm not going to test if you do every single step right. The best way for you to learn is to make mistakes. So don't be afraid or even to test what will happen if you press the wrong button. That's the way that we learn. Okay, so I am going to put the code for you in the chat box and I'm going to share my screen. I just want to tell you guys, there might be a problem for some of you today to get into the code that I am going to share, because code.org put in a new version on the platform, the 2020 version, and I am still on the 2019 version, which makes it difficult for everyone to get in. Okay, so if you cannot get in today, tomorrow it will be fixed. I will update to the new version of code.org today. If you cannot get in with this link today, that's fine. Then you guys can just follow on my screen. And if you want to say something that I need to do, I will unmute you and you can guide me on how to move. You don't need to log in today if the link doesn't work. Okay, so if the link works for you, you can use it and you can go in. Tell me you are in. If you cannot go in, that's fine. You follow on my screen, and from tomorrow, the problem will be resolved. Okay. So you will see there in the chat box, you will see the link there. Okay. If you guys are in, then you can just tell me. Did any of you get in? Just write in your chat box in if you could get in, okay? Okay, I see that some of you got in already. Just give me an indication also if you cannot get in. Just say can't. Then I know you can't get in and that's fine. Then you just follow on my screen. Then you don't need to log in, okay? Okay, Homatsut, you're working on the 2021. If you can get on there by yourself, that's perfectly fine. I don't think there are a lot of differences. You can still follow on my screen, but you can work on the 2021. That's not a problem at all. From tomorrow onwards, we will be working on the 2021 anyway. I don't know if maybe there might be something different. I haven't looked at that version yet. Okay, Shinonso, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You're not in. That's fine. Then don't try to go in. Tomorrow I'll give you a link that will work so that you can work on your own. Today, okay, Homatsut says the 2020 version looks exactly the same. For today, just follow on my screen. Shinonso, if you want to answer a question, you can raise your hand and then I will move the blocks that you tell me to. So you can just follow what I do. And then from tomorrow, you will be able to get in, okay? Okay, good. I'm going to give you another minute so that those of you who are still trying to join, and then we will start coding this Angry Bird. KB, not in either. Okay, that's fine. Follow on my screen today. Tomorrow I'll update and then, well, I'll update it today. And then tomorrow you will be able to join. You guys also know that if you want to create your own profile, you can do it for free on code.org. I'm going to put that in the chat box. You can go there, you can ask your mom and dad to help you, and then create a free profile, and you can carry on and code on your own as well. In class, we will follow my schedule because, you know, we have to do it properly so that you get the basics right. But if you feel that you want to do some more coding or you want to carry on, you can ask your parents to help you to create a profile that you can go on your own as well, okay? Okay, you guys, I'm going to start. I see Shanansa already told me what to do, so I am going to do what you said, okay? You guys can all see in the chat box as well. Now you see we need to get this bird to this pig, and we cannot move like that. So remember, we need to use turn blocks as well. Okay, Lutando, your mom already made a profile. Fantastic. Then you can carry on also until you get stuck. Then you wait for us to get back to you. Okay. Right. So you need to move forward, you need to move down, and then you need to move this way. But what makes this coding a little bit different is we need to turn first. So we see here the bird is already facing the right way. He's facing this way. Okay. So Shanansa said, I have to place, oh, just by the way, before I start, you see here in the workspace, we have 6 blocks to use. We cannot use more than 6 blocks. Okay. And here you see these little numbers here. It tells us we have 3 move forward blocks. We have 2 turn left blocks and 2 turn right blocks. So let's put, you said, the forward block. There we go. So we said move forward. Then you said turn left. Okay. And then you said move forward, and that's where you stopped. Now with this code is then not finished yet. So let's see, I see Chevelle, you raised your hand. Let me quickly unmute you. Right, you can unmute. Chevelle, yes. Did you want to say what we need to do next?
Ma'am, at my side, it almost did, but then after I don't know what's happening.
Okay, do you know what? Did you click on my link?
Yes, ma'am, and then it started saying waiting for the thing, and as I wait, and it didn't work.
Okay, then don't use that link now. It's because of the 2 different versions. It's because I'm on the 2019 version. I will fix this. Tomorrow you will be able to get in. Then it won't tell you that. Okay, so I want you just to go out there and only follow make my screen big, and then you just follow on my screen today. Okay, and then tomorrow I'll give you a link that you can go in. I'll just update to the 2020 version. Right, okay, so let's see. You finished here. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's press run. There, it's moving forward. Turn left. Uh-oh. Do you see now? Here is the, look, it's all dizzy now. It's all dizzy because it turned left, it went up. So remember, when you move forward, left is going to be the bird's left. Right, do you see? If it wants to go down, if it's facing east, it's facing the TNT box. If this bird had an arm, its right arm would be facing down and its left arm would be facing the up side. So we have to change that. So let's say, you see, I can just drag this away. So I can throw away the turn left, or I could have just changed it. You can actually just change it. But let's put the turn right here and put the move forward back and reset. And let's see what happens now. Move forward, turn right, aha, move forward. Now we have to put another turn block in. But remember, the angry bird is facing us. So our left and his left is not the same. So you have to pretend that you are facing the other side, if you understand what I mean, because you are facing him. Now feel where your right hand is. Then turn around. And do you see your right hand is now on the other side? That's the same with the bird. Okay. So this is the difficult part about left and right. It's not like east and west. East and west is always the same. But left and right will change every time the bird moves. So you have to try and see in your mind which way the bird is facing. Okay, I see there is something in the chat box. Okay, I'm going to put the link here again. Someone asked for the link, but please remember, if you can't get in, there we go. If you cannot get in on this link for today, don't worry about it. Follow on my computer and you will have the correct version tomorrow. Like I said, just for those of you who missed it, I am on the 2019 version, but there's a new version of code.org, the 2020 version, and I will update to the 2020 version today. Some of you are already using that version, and that's fine. If you cannot get in on that link, just follow on my screen. Okay, so we are here now. This bird has to face the pig, because if we say move forward, it's going to go into the wall here. Okay. So now this is the most difficult question in this coding. Which way does the bird need to turn? Remember, you are facing your computer. The bird is facing the other way. How does the bird need to turn to the pig? Left or right? Who can give me the answer? Let me see in the chat box. Mozart, you said left. So let's say turn left. Let's reset. Let's say move forward. Okay, let's see if it's going to work. Run. Move forward, turn right. Aha, turn left. Fantastic. It got to the pig. I'm just going to say replay and reset. Guys, remember, if you make a mistake, this is the very, very best way to learn, is if you make mistakes, because that is the fastest way to learn instead of just listening to me. Okay, so it's fantastic if you make mistakes. It's a step in the right direction, believe it or not. So remember, if we see, oh, but it's not getting where it's supposed to be, we can press on step, and then it will do step for step. Our first block said move forward. If we press step, it will only do the first block. Now we said turn right. So if we said step, it's going to turn. The next step is move forward. The next step was turn left. And the next step was move forward. Okay. So there you have it. We are going to continue to puzzle 6. You already did puzzle 5, right? Yes, the other day we did puzzle 5. Okay, so now we are actually only going to do the new one. Okay, so here we have 6 blocks that we can work with again. So this time it doesn't give us a count how many times we can use these, so we can use them as many times as we want, but we can only use 6 blocks. Remember, the when run block is already 1 block, so it counts 1. Look at this pig's face. It's getting very worried because it knows what's going to happen now. Now, lucky for us, our bird is already facing the right way. Okay, so what do we need to say first? What is our very first move? Who can tell me? You can raise your hand or you can type it in the chat box. What is the first block that we are going to use now? Cheval, you raised your hand. Let me just unmute you. Okay, you have to unmute from your side as well. There we go. Cheval, yes. What do we need to use?
Ma'am, I think we must move forward.
Absolutely. How many times do you think we need to move forward?
2.
Okay, so let's put that there and see what happens. 1, 2. Okay,
Yes,
Cheval, thank you very much. Let's see, someone said something in the chat box here. Forward. Remember, guys, look here quickly. I see 2 of you said go forward 3 times. But just look here. 1, 2, if we say forward 3 times, it's going to run into the wall. So here is a block and here is a block. So we're going to move forward twice. Let's quickly press on step to see if we are right. 1, 2. Okay, do you see? If we put in another forward, it's going to run into this wall. So you see now which way this bird is facing. So lucky for us, it's facing the same way as us. So the bird's left will be your left and the bird's right is going to be your right. So this one should be easier than the other one. Okay, Letando, you said we have to face or turn left. So let's put the turn left button block in. Okay, let's run it. Step, move forward, and then turn left. And yes, now it is facing the pig. There's something very small we need to now put in. I know, Lutanda, you gave the answer. You said move forward. Let me just see what you said. I can't remember. I think you said twice. Yes. Two times. Do you guys see? Because it's already on this block. We're going to go 1, 2. So let's say move forward. 1, 2. And reset. Right. Remember now we said move forward, turn left. When you say turn left, it's not going to move. It's just going to turn in the right direction. And then you said move forward, move forward. And yes, Piggy, I think you have a lot to worry about because we're coming for you. Okay, I'm going to press run. Are you guys ready? There we go. And turn. 1, 2, and we did it. Fantastic. Right, you guys. So we finished puzzle 6. You guys are doing a really, really great job. Now we're going to puzzle 7. Ooh, let me just make it. Ooh, do you see now? We have a repeat block that we can use here. Tell me quickly, have you guys worked with repeat blocks yet? Do you understand how it works? Quickly say yes or no in your chat box, then I know. Okay, the question is, do you know how to work with the repeat block? Lutando, yes. Anyone else? If you don't know, that's fine too, because then I will explain it even better. But if you already know, then I'm not going to bore you by explaining too much. Okay, if you don't type yes in the chat box then. Okay, Feliciwe, I see you say the link is not opening. There is a problem with the link because my computer is on an old version and they just upgraded to a new version of this. So if the link is not working today, don't worry about it. You follow on my screen. The link will work tomorrow. I will update this version on my computer today, and then there won't be, or I hope there won't be, a link problem tomorrow. So if you cannot get in, there's no worries. You follow on my screen, and you can tell me what to do. Okay, I'm going to explain. I see some of you say you don't know how to use repeat blocks. Tomorrow I will concentrate a little bit more on that as well. If we see a pattern, maybe we need to move forward 3 times. Instead of saying move forward 3, let me show you. If I say move forward, I'm just going to put it here. I know it cannot move forward. It's going to go into the block. I just want to show you. If maybe something has to move forward 3 times, the same action 3 times. Now, do you see here in the workspace? They say that we have 9, we can only use 9 blocks. Now, we've already used 4 because when run is 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks that we have used. So instead of doing the same thing, putting the same block the whole time, what we then do is we can put a repeat block, and in the repeat block we say move forward, and then we tell it how many times. We wanted it to go 3 times. So then you press on this little triangle and you choose 3. Now this code and this code will do exactly the same thing. Okay, because now you are asking it to repeat this move 3 times. So instead of putting 3 blocks, you can use 2 blocks. This is how the repeat one works. Okay, but if I say run now, it's just going to go into the wall. But I'll show you now what I mean. Okay, so, and don't worry guys, we are still going to do a lot of things on repeat blocks. So if you don't understand the first time, you will see when I code this now. This is going to be our last puzzle for today so that we can just concentrate on this repeat. Okay, remember now, this bird is facing the block, so it needs to turn first. Okay, so we are going to say turn left. Okay, now when it has turned left, it needs to move. It is only going to move 1 space. So we will say move forward. Then it has to, because look here, now I said turn, and now I said move forward. Now it is facing up, so it has to turn again. Okay, so our next block, we are going to say turn right. Okay, now it has to move all the way here. So if it's here, let me just see the chat box. Okay, so if it has turned right, now it needs to move. 1, 2, 3. Now this is where I said, instead of saying move forward 3 times, because you see now we've already used 7 blocks. Instead of doing that, I'm going to take the move forward away. I will use a repeat block because these 3 are exactly the same. I will put a move forward inside the repeat block and say 3 times. And this will do exactly the same. Okay. Now when it has moved forward 3 times, it needs to turn again. This way, this time it's going to turn right and then move forward. We will review this one tomorrow. I'm just running through it now because our time is finished. So let's quickly see if we say run. Turn first, move 1, turn, 1, 2, 3, turn, and 1. Okay, do you guys see there what I did with the repeat? Now we used only 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we used this instead of the repeat blocks, we would have used 9. So this would also have worked. Okay, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me just show you. It's going to do exactly the same thing. It's just if you use the repeat block, you use less blocks, and that is always better. There we go. So it does exactly the same. Right. Just with this one, we used 1 less block. That is what we did. Okay, you guys. This is it for today then. I'm going to just take you to my email quickly. And tomorrow we'll just quickly review puzzle 7 and then go on to the others. Tomorrow, all of you will be able to join as I update the new version of code.org. Okay, let me just quickly show you my email. If you want to send anything to me or ask any questions, you are more than welcome. There is my email. You can take a screenshot or you can quickly take a phone and just take a picture of that. Chevelle, you wanted to ask something? Let me just unmute you quickly. Yes.
Ma'am, tomorrow
Yes.
will everyone be tomorrow will everyone get in the
Yes.
code.org?
Yes. As well, that's what I think the problem is because I'm on a different version. So I believe so, yes. But I will test it today, but I think that is the problem. That is why some of you couldn't get in. So tomorrow, all of you will be able to work by yourself. Then you don't just need to watch me. You can try by yourself to do it. Then you can even send me a photo of how you did it, okay?
Okay,
So
ma'am.
I will update to the new version just now. And then tomorrow it should be working. But thank you
you.
guys so much for your welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's always fun teaching you guys. I hope to see all of you back here tomorrow and that all of you will be able to get into the link and then you can play and just enjoy the coding. Right, you guys, have a fantastic day today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.